What up, y'all? Welcome to Savala's Tex-Mex Barbecue. Here with another video. So today I'm gonna see how these briskets cook on my Brazos. Okay, I don't really like cooking a lot on here as far as like with like 3 briskets. I usually keep it to a 2 brisket maximum, but these briskets are gonna be like chopped beef, I believe, these 2, so it's not gonna really matter. The only issue I really have with cooking like 3 briskets is one of them has to be like this. And so the problem with that would be that your flat and your point is going to cook about the same rate. And you always kind of want the smoke to hit the point first. And so we're going to see what's going to happen. So this brisket is going to someone sliced up and everything. But these 2 are going to end up chopped beef. So it's not going to matter as much. But I'm going to be rotating this one and this one, and so that point will get cooked faster. And then I got these wood splits right here kind of blocking the direct heat, especially from my flat, so it doesn't cook too quick. But I'll probably rotate these 2 every hour, and then I'll be probing them to see the difference between this one, how it cooks, compared to these that are cooked this way. And maybe it'll help y'all in the future. Maybe it'll help me in the future to see if it's worth cooking 3 or just keep it at 2 like that. So I'm gonna check on it maybe in another 6 hours. But other than that, I'll be rotating these 2 every hour, like I said. All right, y'all. So before I jet, I'm gonna keep the temp at like 275, 250 at first. And I'm always gonna have my water in here, keeping that moisture. And then I'm gonna have these so I can block that direct heat, since this brisket is gonna be right by the fire. Okay, but I don't want to keep that fire too high because I don't want to burn anything. But we'll check on it in a bit. Another thing, y'all, is that I checked out a place in Leak City, and it's a firewood place. And I believe these splits are pretty good. So these are gonna be like the sizes that you want as far as on a smoker this size. And all I would do is probably split them like down horizontal, so it's not as thick like this. But other than that, I mean, they come good sizes right here, so you don't have to split them really. These are decent sizes, y'all. And I can tell this wood is cured. And I was talking to the guy, and he was upfront about everything, saying like, yeah, he goes October through December is when they have green wood. He goes, but they let people know. But it's a good spot. I'll put the link up or a picture with the number. Y'all can go check it out if y'all want. They have a lot of wood, a lot of different kinds, and I'd rather support people that are local than Academy and all that other crap. But it's up to y'all. All right, y'all, so I want to show y'all a quick little setup. When I started doing videos, it was basically a little bit of how-tos, and then I started going towards more of how I sell and everything. So I kind of want to branch off back to the selling part, because I know like most people, that's what you kind of do on the side or whatever. That's what I'm doing on the side. You know, I got a full-time job, but I need some extra money, and I always wanted to make it like my first thing. What I do wrong? Huh? Oh, you messed. Man, whatever. Anyways, my wife was in the background like that, like loser. What the hell is that? All right, here, show. Man, get over here. Get over here. So, when I make sandwiches, I like to use the brioche buns. There's many reasons why. Now, everyone has their reasons for doing what they do. Okay, so they're a little bit smaller than the other ones, like the Hawaiian buns and stuff like that. I know those are popular. I'll tell you why I like using these. First of all, they look pretty. Second of all, they're good. Third of all, whenever you put your like half pound of meat or just the amount of meat that you're gonna put on there, it just looks like more, just all around to me is better on the outcome of the brisket sandwich. So that's why I love using these. You can find them at Kroger's, or you can probably order them online. It's up to you. So these are my plates or whatever. You know, you got your local restaurant place you can go to and get them. They have all different types. They even have ones that don't have the sides and it's just flat. So if you're cooking something different and you want to use that. And then these are going to be up to you. What are these called? I forgot.
Like wax paper, checkered wax paper.
Okay.
It just makes it look more presentable.
Yeah, so exactly what my wife said. Now, it's all up to you. A lot of people, some people have told me it's useless. And yes, to them it might be useless. And the way I see it is, what's going to make my food more appealing? You know, of course, you want it to taste great. But look, a lot of people eat with their eyes first. And if you see something that just looks better, looks prettier, and tastes good, it just makes a big difference, okay? So you're out there competing with a lot of different people, right? You got just a lot of different restaurants or whatever. And so they got the advantage of you just from being popular already. And just more marketing. So, you know, come over here, my love. So we got a brisket sandwich we put on here, right? We put pickles and then we put a cup of barbecue sauce, right? Or maybe 2, depending on what they ask. Now, does it make a difference of adding this with the brisket sandwich and whatever, as far as like for the eyes? It might. To you, it just depends on what you're trying to do.
You want it to look presentable. Yeah,
to me, it looks presentable. It looks pretty. And I want to look as professional as possible, so that's my overall goal. Of course, I got, you know, the fork, spoons, and salt and pepper with a napkin, and then my squirt bottles. Now, this is easy when you're trying to put your barbecue sauce in there. Just squirt it in there, fill up the cup, close it, whatever. And then when you're trying to sauce your ribs as well. So these always come in handy. They're cheap. You can find these at your local grocery store or whatever. And then when it comes to cutting knives or whatever, so you know what? Cutting knives, where's my... Okay, so these are always my favorite. Like Dexter is cheap. This is a boning knife. This is always good to cut with, trim with. And then I love these as well. Chop that brisket up. It's tough. It's not like cheap. And believe me, if you want to chop up your brisket and make it a lot easier, these help a lot. And then this is what my grandmother-in-law got me lately, the other day. And man, I love this. It's just, it can pick up a rib. It can pick up half chickens. It's just very handy. Where did she get it at?
I think Ross. She said HEB, but it had a Ross tag on it.
Okay, well, if she got it at Ross, it might be hard to find.
Yeah. But I'm sure they could order it on Amazon.
Yeah. So, you know, those are important. Having a knife sharpener is important. Knowing how to sharpen your knife. I messed up a lot of knives not knowing how to sharpen them. There is another knife sharpener I used to have, and it's basically for dummies, so you won't mess it up. And then it's always good, like my wife pointed out right now, to have rags to pick up stuff. It's good to have throwaway rags, dirty ones, just in case. These are nice ones I wouldn't use barbecue for. But those are some things that you want. As far as like a cutting board, I have one right here that I got made. And I think it's going to be just for decoration. Mm-hmm. But I do recommend, if you're going to do barbecue, if you're going to get a cutting board, get a big one. Because you need a lot of extra room. That brisket, depending on how many pounds, is going to be around this much. So you want that extra room. If you have a small cutting board, it sucks. So yeah, that's one thing you want to have. And you know, it's been working for now. I'll probably get another one soon. And then, to me, pans like these are always good to keep around. You can hold you put your trimmed briskets on them for whatever, or you can use the tubs. They're like black or gray tubs. They're like this size and about a foot or about a foot deep. And you see the local restaurants use those for like putting the trim briskets in there or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And so yeah, let's get back to the barbecue. There it goes. All right, so. We're gonna wrap these briskets up. They got enough smoke. So put it like that. What?
I love how you use the alcoholic beverages for your props.
Yeah, I know, right?
To hold the butcher paper.
For real.
Hey, whatever works.
You get it wet. Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright. Ooh, that burns. Stuff is hot. Oh, you know what? We can see. Just so y'all know what temp it is. 170. This is probably 170, 160. That's cool. Cause I want the moist side to get what do you call it? I like that moist side real tender. So that'll cook a little bit more than the moist. The moist is where you gotta be careful with getting it dried out. I mean the lean, that's the side that you have to worry about getting dried out. As far as the point, I don't really worry. That's because it's gonna get real tender and it's already juicy. A lot of people do this the other way, but I do this backwards. All right, put this back in. So I got my ribs all trimmed up and seasoned. Word of advice, I would not get the St. Louis cut at the store. You're gonna pay more money for something you can do yourself. And another thing, one thing that I learned is I used to cut them kind of like St. Louis style cut, but then I started realizing customers want more meat. So I just left them as basically a whole spare rib. But I did trim a little bit off, you know, the pieces that were like real thin, and shape them pretty good. But at the end of the day, people want more meat, and that's what, you know, we want to provide them. We want to make them more happy. It looks better for us because we're giving them more product and it's still at the same price. All right, so we got these bad boys on here. 4's good amount. We can rotate them if we want, but this one should cook pretty good up here. We want to keep it at 300 or so. I'm not telling you how to cook your ribs. Y'all know what to do. All I'm showing you is how many I'm stacking in here. Like I said before, if I could stack 6, I'm gonna stack 6 in here. Anything to save money. I'm saving, I mean, a lot of money using this Brazos instead of my bigger pit, because the bigger pit, you need more wood. So we'll check them out in a bit. Other than that, we're gonna start preparing the sauce, so we can have all that ready when people come. All right, so what you think, Dad?
This is the best barbecue
She's a liar.
ever. And I mean that. It's tender, tastes perfect. The mac and cheese are great. The rice, oh my God. I'm a blessed father.
Oh, no love. So we're through, y'all, with the cook. It was fun. A lot of people came, and we sold out. We actually didn't have enough meat we had to turn down people that were trying to order more. And that sucks. It's something you got to risk sometimes, as far as like buying more meat than like you're comfortable with, because you might get a lot of extra people. It might be a hit, or you might hear crickets and no one orders like at the last minute, and so that's a lot of extra food. In this case, we should have had extra because everyone was like going crazy. Shout out to Felipe and his wife for coming to get food. They stayed close by. He was on my YouTube live the other day, yesterday, and so he decided to get some Q from us. So thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to say, love?
Just thank you to everybody who chose to eat our delicious barbecue today on Sunday instead of going, somewhere else. We love our customers.
Yeah. Supporters.
Those who know our food, they keep coming, and so that's what makes it extra special.
Yeah. So we just wanted to show y'all a little something of what we were, doing with our sale. I know at the beginning of the video I was gonna do like brisket comparison or whatever. The brisket came out good, the one that was vertical or whatever. But I just wanted to kind of show like how we were selling this weekend. So I was like, man, let's just show that instead. So thanks, y'all. Please like, subscribe if you like the channel. If not, you can keep on rolling. Peace.
Do it again, man. Barbecue from that boy Dave.